Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be working on another building project, so let's get started. Today's project is the Metal Earth Fokker D-VII, and as you can see on the package here, it has 3 easy steps of assembly. Pop out the pieces, put them together, show off your steel model. Well, I guess it's really only 2 steps of assembly, and the third one is just how to enjoy the model. So let's just take a closer look at the package. Then we'll take a look at the back. On the back, it just kind of shows you the assembled model, has a little information on the airplane, and then I like how it has the rest of the authentic museum quality laser cut replicas that are available. That's nice. And the other thing that I like that I'll point out is how the package is put together with all these little screws. That's neat. Had that on the front too if you didn't notice that. That's cool. So let's take a look inside. So here's the laser cut pieces. As you can see, they have texture. They look really nice. Looking forward to putting this together. Now, I've wanted to put one of these together for quite a while, but this is the first one that I've done, so I'm glad to share the experience with you. So let's just try to do it. We'll start off with step 1 here, and we'll try to pop the pieces out, and we'll see how that goes.
Well, hello everybody. I thought we'd try something different today. So I've sped up the video to 4 times the speed of time. And I'll be watching it with you and giving you a little bit of commentary on how the build went. So grab your favorite tasty beverage and here we go. I have a ice cold diet Coca-Cola. Well, here's what we got going on. The first part was to twist all these pieces out. I was thinking it might need a tool or something, but all it took was a little bit of twisting and they popped right out. There really wasn't any pokies or anything like that. You think it's metal, maybe there's little sharp things grabbing you. No, it worked out pretty okay. So here I'm showing the instructions, and basically there was 2 different things. There was that blue circle you can see and the green triangle. Oh, here, I'll show you that piece. That's cool. The blue circle was insert a tab and bend it 90 degrees. And the green triangle was insert the tab and twist it. So here I started out with the fuselage at where I thought was the first step. But I'll get to that. So it bent real easy. There were kind of perforations. And it bent real nice. Oh yeah. So the only tool you needed was needle nose pliers to do the twisting. And of course your hands. Oh, there's the radial engine. That's pretty neat too. Yeah, so here I'm looking at it because there's some tabs I was trying to figure out what I was doing there. And so I'm looking at it. And yeah, here I'm like, what? Oh! I started in the middle apparently. So I figured out what's going on there, and I went up to the wing there. That's where they wanted you to start with the rigging. So I'm folding it. They were a little flimsy, but no big deal. I think on this second one, I kind of bent it a little wrong, but no problem. I just bent it back. It's real flexible. The other thing on there's like photo etch on a lot of the pieces, so there's a lot of added texture. Oh, it's just really cool. So here I'm adding the rigging onto the wing. And I was just smashing down little tabs because the tabs kind of were poking everywhere, even though you bent it, so I was trying to make it look as nice as possible. Yeah, so there that was. Then right there, I think I was just pointing out to you what I still thought was the order of instructions, thinking, hey, that's kind of weird. Oh, because now, yeah, that's why. Because now I have to undo what I already did. Because I started in the middle, of course. And so the tricky part with undoing it are those tabs are minuscule. And so when you twisted it 90 degrees, you couldn't tell if it was a clockwise twist or a counterclockwise twist. So you kind of had to do it correctly is what you had to do. Yeah, so here looks like I'm putting the cockpit little piece in there. And then you're seeing me slow down. It was 8. No. Oh, the propeller. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, the propeller, I was like, man, you put that on the first step? That's odd. But I was, in the middle. But it still puts you on the propeller pretty quickly. I would think that'd be one of the last steps. Yeah, so now I'm like putting this wing on, and I'm like, well, this is odd. It doesn't really have anywhere to go. And now look, I stop, I'm thinking. I'm like, wait, and then I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? The instructions went to the other side again. So I was again skipping ahead. But if you look at it, I can't point. But you start at the top left where it's telling you about the pieces. Then you don't follow below, which you would think. You go over to the top right. Then when you're about halfway down the page, oh, right there, I'm showing you some photo etch, sorry. So you're at the top right, and you get about half the page, you gotta go back to the middle left. Oh boy. Well, all I can say is for the next time, I know what's going on. So here I'm putting the little stabilizers on. You set up little tabs, and basically that was all the steps. Tab and twist, tab and twist. But I did have fun putting it together. There was lots of cool little pieces, and it was neat. Oh, going off the screen. Had to really work hard, I guess. See what was going on. I think actually there I put one of the stabilizers into the fuselage tab, so I just had to undo that, and that was no big deal. Let me get a little drink here. Yeah, so then we put the bottom wing on, so that made more sense that time because there was tabs for that to attach into. Which made more sense than when I had it on there originally, just kind of floating around like, what in the world? Yeah, so if any of you guys ever put one of these together, these are pretty cool. There's lots of different things. Let me know down in the comments. Yeah, and that piece of the fuselage there, that one was really giving me some problems for some reason. It didn't want to bend, and I was really working on it and working on it. It just, I don't know what its deal was. Yeah, I'm still working on it. This is in 4 times the speed. Yeah, and as you can see, that's going to be an extra piece there because with all the bending forwards and backwards, I actually popped it off. But with all the tabs and everything, it went right back on, so it was no big deal. I was able to fix it, doctor it up. Yeah, so now we're working on the landing gear, little tiny wheels. Oh, and just for curiosity's sake, I think those squares on my mat there are inch squares. So it kind of give you some scale of what we're working on there. Well, I'm just putting up the finishing touches, and it's looking like I'm about to finish this. So I'll just let you finish watching that, and I'll see you at the bench with a close-up.
Alright, well there it is, the completed Metal Earth Fokker D-VII. I had a fun time building it. I hope you enjoyed watching and following along. It's the first time I've built one of these little kits and definitely not the last. I have a couple others that I plan to do in the future. But take a look at that photo etch. I think that adds a lot of detail, and I think it looks really cool. And I'll just give you a turntable view of all of its sides here real quick, and then you can kind of remember how small it is with my hand there. You guys are probably seeing that view the whole time, but when I was trying to figure out what was going on, I didn't see that as much. But I think it just looks so cool. It's got the little radial engine there that just went by. And that photo etch I think looks really cool. It's kind of reflecting everywhere. So maybe go back to the front. Maybe we'll put it back to this view. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to give it a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.